Court is calling 2024 CR 01093, State versus Samantha Gadarama. Counsel, in the box. Y'all need to move it down to the other end. All right, court is calling 2024 CR 010930, State versus Samantha Gadarama. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Yeah.
Defense?
Kayla Dietrich for Samantha Guadarrama.
And are you Samantha Guadarrama?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report and TAP evaluation?
Yes.
Any objections?
No, Your Honor.
All right. You entered a plea bargain agreement on January 6th. According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at $2,000 fine. State recommends deferred adjudication. There's to be restitution of $6,292.70 to Mitchell McCain. It's the court's understanding that that amount has been paid. Is that correct?
That's correct.
All right. Is there anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
No, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say?
No, ma'am.
All right. You want to raise your right hand for me? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth?
Buckle up, folks. We're stepping into the heart of a real courtroom drama where every second matters. Samantha Gama stands before the judge. This is it. The case is called, and right away, the tension in the room is palpable. A plea deal is on the table, and restitution? Already taken care of. It seems like it should be a simple wrap-up, but don't be fooled. The judge is laser-focused. The room is dead silent, and Samantha's moment of truth has arrived. As the formalities begin, the air is thick with anticipation. What happens next will leave you on the edge of your seat.
Samantha Guadarrama.
All right. So why are you keying this guy's car?
It was a mistake, and it was...
No, it wasn't a mistake. A mistake is you take somebody's umbrella thinking that it's yours because they're both black umbrellas. Keying somebody's car is not a mistake. So why are you keying the car?
I was being taunted by my ex about our situation, that we were separating, and he's sending me videos and pictures of just other women and in our own, like in our home, that we lived together during that time and during that night.
That's not what the police report says. The police report I'm reading says that the victim in 01 returned from a night out and the victim parked his vehicle in the driveway of 01's residence. While at 01's residence, 01 received an alert on his video camera. 01 looked at his video camera and observed his ex-girlfriend in the driveway of his residence. 01 was speaking with D1 through the camera, you're D1, and D1 believed that another female was at the location as D1 believed the victim's vehicle, which was parked in the driveway, belonged to a female. Victim in 01 continued watching the video camera and observed D1 walking around.
This is where things take a sharp turn. Samantha, desperate to make sense of it all, starts explaining herself. Emotional stress, betrayal, even taunting. But the judge? She's not buying it. Not for a second. With laser precision, she cuts through Samantha's words, laying out the cold, hard facts straight from the police report. No sugarcoating, no sympathy, just brutal, raw truth. Samantha's reasoning? It crumbles in real time. The judge exposes every single contradiction, leaving logic to crush emotion at every turn. The pressure is mounting, the courtroom growing heavier with each passing moment. Every excuse Samantha throws out is shredded apart, piece by piece. This is where reality collides with denial, and there's nowhere to hide anymore. The judge is a master in the art of confrontation, and it's clear Samantha is out of her depth. No emotional shield left. It's all on the table.
In the process. This is what I don't understand. So it says in here that you thought that was a female's vehicle.
Yes.
I don't understand why women think that other women owe them any type of loyalty. Why is the go-to for women when they think somebody's cheating on them? Well, let me attack the female. You shouldn't be attacking anybody, honestly. But I don't know why there's this thing, let's destroy the female's vehicle. Maybe he don't want you anymore, or maybe he wants you and the other female. If that's the case, you have choices to make. Either you're going to stay with him and accept the fact that he's cheating on you, or either you're going to leave him. The choice should never be, let me key his car or key the female's car. It's never going to turn out good. Now, I see that you have a son and a daughter. How would you feel if your son ends up dating someone and they become an ex-girlfriend and they won't let go and they end up keying his car? You lose your mind. So here you are out keying somebody's car who doesn't want you, obviously. No, I mean, that's yes or no. Do you understand that?
Yes, I did.
And so you went to jail?
I did.
And how long were you in jail?
That night,
All right, well, how long did you stay in jail till you paid this off, though?
that day on January, when I was at court for like 3 days, I believe.
All right, so that's 3 days you spent away from your children because you love a man more than your children.
And now, it hits like a freight train. The judge drops a truth bomb that obliterates everything Samantha thought she could stand on. Her logic, shattered. The judge forces her to face the wreckage she's caused. It wasn't just about keying a car. No, it was bigger than that. She chose a man over her children, losing 3 days with them in the process. And for what, the judge doesn't hold back, clarity and fire in every word. This isn't about love or emotional pleas. It's about the raw reality of consequences. Samantha's decisions scream of misplaced priorities, and she's forced to face that truth in front of everyone. The courtroom goes dead silent as the judge asks the question that cuts to the heart. Was it worth it?
Is that shows that you're loving this man more than your children. You can't do that. Have you had any contact with him?
No, I love him.
All right, so do you have any children with him?
No, I do not.
All right, so you better not contact him. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
That relationship is over. You don't have any property with him. You don't have any children with him, so there's no need to contact him. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So what do you do for a living?
Part-time.
All right. And have you started dating again?
No, I have not.
Okay, that's a good thing. You're going to have to get an orchid. And I tell everybody this who have relationships problems because orchids teach patience. They have some beautiful orchids out at the HEB. I just saw some when I went there. I'm like, wow, they're so beautiful. They're in bloom. You need to get that orchid. They're inexpensive. I think they have a coupon too, so it's less expensive. Get that orchid and keep that orchid. And it comes with directions. Read up on it, how to care for it. And once those leaves fall off, if you can get that same orchid to bloom again without losing your patience, then you'll be ready for relationships. Because with orchids, you can read those instructions, like it says indirect sunlight. You put it in indirect sunlight. Next thing you know, the leaves are burning. Somebody's like 3 ice cubes. Then you learn, nope, it doesn't take 3 ice cubes. So I don't tell people to get orchids to be flippant. It's just that orchids require patience and care. And that's the same thing with relationships. And if somebody is cheating on you, you have 2 choices to make. One, you either accept it and confront them and say, hey.
A shift occurs, but it's no less powerful. The judge moves from harsh to wise, her tone changing as she drops a life lesson that hits straight to the core. She introduces the orchid analogy, symbol of patience, care, and self-control. Samantha's reckless choices, the judge explains, aren't just about the relationships she's ruined. They're about a deep lack of these qualities. With a vivid picture, the judge paints a new reality. If you can nurture an orchid and help it bloom again, maybe, just maybe, you're ready for love. The metaphor hits Samantha like a ton of bricks, cutting through her defenses and speaking directly to something deeper, emotional.
Continue to cheat or either say, all right, I'm sorry, I'm not going to do it again. But those are your choices. Your choice is not to go and key some car because then you end up here. You understand? All right, this is what the court is going to do. There's a $2,000 fine. That will be probated. Regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Regular random UAs. There should be 3 years deferred adjudication. 200 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to require parenting classes. Once that's completed, 100 hours will be deemed satisfied. How far did you go in school?
I graduated.
All right. What do you want? What did you plan to do with the rest of your life? Do you like bartending? Do you plan on, what do you want to do?
No, I'm a real estate license as well. I just haven't used it.
Okay. And then there's 100, I'm going to require anger management. And once that's completed, the remaining 100 hours will be deemed satisfied. There's going to be field visits one time per month for 6 months. And the court will show that the restitution amount of $6,292.70.
This is it, the moment of truth. The judge delivers the verdict, and it's not just a sentence, it's a path forward. Deferred adjudication, community service, anger management, parenting classes, each term is a step either toward redemption or relapse. Samantha's future hangs by a thread, and the judge makes it crystal clear. It's all on her now. No more excuses. No more second chances. Each part of the sentence is calculated, purposeful, and designed with one goal in mind: real change. This isn't about simply paying for a crime. It's about showing the world that she can rise above it.
That people would know, hey, you're not supposed to steal a car. Why do you need a class to tell you don't steal?
The crowd that I was hanging out with.
I'm sorry, what?
Crowd that I was hanging out with.
The crowd that you were hanging out with, let me just tell you, if they were here, they would say, it's the crowd I'm hanging out with. You're in your 30s. You're not a teenager. So again, that doesn't answer my question. So why do you need a class for somebody to tell you that stealing is wrong? And here you are driving around in a vehicle where the ignition is broken and the steering column is damaged. And you're just riding around in it. And if the police would not have caught you, you'd still be riding around in it. Do you have children? I'm sorry? A son? How old is he?
I have 2 sons.
2 sons. How old are they?
13 and 11.
All right. And you don't take care of either of them. Somebody else does.
My husband doesn't.
All right. So you don't take care of any of them. Are you paying child support? If they had to depend on you to survive, they would not survive because you're not paying child support. You're just out here stealing vehicles. All right. Court is going to find you guilty. The court is going to sentence you to 1 year in the state jail facility, give you credit for any time served. There's a $2,000 fine. Taking consideration 2025 CR 000472, there's to be restitution of $800 to Orlando Perez, and I'll order the therapeutic community. All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it? All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? All right, we can go off the record. You need to do better, because right now somebody else is raising your children and you don't have a part in their life whatsoever. And I don't understand why you would need MRT to tell you, I pick up a crime, somebody else is taking care of my children. You understand? All right, good luck to you. Thank you.
New case, same courtroom, but this time, the atmosphere turns darker. Alisa Gonzalez stands before the judge, not just for stealing a car, but for abandoning her responsibilities as a mother. The judge's words are sharp, unforgiving. 2 kids, no support, a lifetime of poor choices. Therapy or not, Alisa's actions speak louder than any excuse she might offer. 1 year in state jail, fines, and restitution. Justice served without hesitation and with no room for mercy. This isn't just a sentence. It's a brutal reminder of everything that's lost when you throw your life away. The judge's tone is firm, unwavering, and unapologetically honest. No emotion, no escape, just the cold, unflinching weight of reality crashing down. Sobering end to a courtroom reckoning. Alisa's silence, it speaks volumes. There's no defense left. Only the hard truth of consequences. The gavel drops, not just on her case, but on a chapter of neglect and loss.